Mm-hmm. Let's see.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Okay, there we go. It said live for 6 seconds. Okay, folks, how you doing? Got my co-host KG Coin Hunter here, as usual.
Yeah, 14 minutes on the clock, man. We've been on there for a while. Skinny minute.
I know.
What's up, everybody?
Been live for 15 minutes now. Where y'all been? YouTube just turned it on? You mean I've been talking for 15 minutes and nobody heard me? I'm disappointed. Not that it would matter.
15 seconds.
You gotta love people, really. But yeah, I didn't go live last night. Last night I was on Wayne's stream, and
he went with StreamYard again.
Yeah, he did. He went for an hour and 20 minutes, and he had sent you a link. Yeah, I didn't give him I gave him my email, and I said, well, I don't give it out, but I said, and he goes, I don't know where Cajun is, and I'm like, 7:30. I said it's either one or two things. He's sleeping because he does take a nap from time to time, or he's in somebody else's stream, which does happen too. I said, but chances are he's probably sleeping because he would have already messaged me by now. He would have came in your chat by now.
He sent that at 7:02 p.m.
We did.
Yeah, I think it was an hour.
I think it was like an hour and 18 minutes or an hour and 20 minutes, and I told him.
Plate of spaghetti and meatballs with angel hair.
Sean G, where in the blue hell have you been?
That's Sean.
Like, it's been like 3 years or something. What is YouTube actually showing my stuff? I mean, I'm live like all the time. I can go live 27 times in a month, and they don't promote my stuff. It's just weird. I don't know what's going on. But it's on crazy. So, but let's see. Yeah, well, at least there's a friendly face in the chat, and we don't have none of them damn trolls lurking and hiding like they like to do.
Yeah, trolls.
Well, maybe they are lurking. I don't know. Whatever.
Sean, we've been going live for a while now. Hey, how much time did you have left? An hour and a half?
I wrote it down. I have like 2 hours and something.
All right.
It was 17 hours and 48 minutes, I think. Yeah, 17 hours. So I have 2 hours and 12 minutes. So I think I'd do an hour tonight, and then probably next week I can do an hour or so if I don't.
And then you can do one, and with 10 minutes left, you can do one for 12 hours.
I'm probably going to do one Sunday if I'm not working. I told them I'd like to have Sunday off, but I just started this particular one, and the boss may need me, but I don't know why. I don't know why she'd need me on a Sunday. I really don't. But they don't close at 9 o'clock. They don't close early on a Sunday. They regular hours on a Sunday. So, but if I did, it would I filmed a couple videos today when I was at work. I was filming the highway, and then I was sitting there, and I'm like, hey, look, it's the old mall. I went to open the door. They don't have the doors locked. So I went to open the door, and I'm like, I didn't film that part. But because there's a camera right there. But I took out my phone, and I kind of filmed it. I was like, all right, old mall. Because it connects to the old dead mall. So I'm like, hey, look, all the stuff that I used to see.
A strip mall or like a Cortana Mall, or whatever, the ones that
regular mall. It's like the Esplanade or whatever mall. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, this is the Anchor. This place, the Dillard's is still open on the other side. It's a clearance. The whole mall's completely empty because they moved to the town center. Although they all went across town.
The mall's all empty. The walkways, the little streets in the mall are empty, but the Anchor, the major ones on the outside, doors are open.
2 of them are there. Hey, Miss Missy, appreciate you popping in.
Hey, Miss
oh yeah, the 2 Anchors are there, and Acuesta Paces. I don't know that they do one. They have a one only, and then they do wine and cheese. They got 2 of them down here. They bought 2 more in the old mall, so they're going to open up. So that's going to be 4 places in the old mall. The old mall's been dead for about 10 or 12 years.
We got a mall in Lafayette. It's called Acadiana Mall, and I remember when they built that mall. I was a teenager, and there, last time I drove by there, you know, on the Google Maps, and that parking lot was full, you know, like it always used to be, you know. And the anchor stores, they had like shit. That mall was huge, dude. It was built on the outside of town. That was the country at one time where they built it. That was the country, okay. And then the city grew to it. All right. They had like a mile. Well, not a mile. I ain't gonna say that far. Little over half a mile, or no, about 3/4 to a mile. The mall was outside of Lafayette. Then the city grew to it. Ambassador Caffrey Parkway, they built that road. That's a bypass around the busy section of Lafayette. And then they extended that all the way to I-49, which corridor, the old Highway 90. Ambassador Caffrey goes all the way there, shoots through it. They built that in stages. Anyway, they had Dillard's, well, D.H. Holmes, okay, years ago. It changed to Dillard's. Dillard's, was that Gotchaw's Maison Blanc?
Oh, that's old. They went out of business years ago.
Sears, J.C. Penney. I think they had a Montgomery Ward's, and another one. There was like 6 anchor stores for that mall. That was big. Oh, and the theaters and stuff. You know, where you go to the theater, that's a part of the anchor part. That the big doors you walk into, instead of a couple little doors. That was one of the huge openings, the main point. So that's an anchor part there. And then the theaters were there, and the food court. We had 6 anchors on there, 6 major points on that mall. That was a huge mall. And then inside, man, you can get lost in that place. You can. You had maps everywhere. You are here. One time, me and Daddy went, and we were drinking a little bit, and I forget why we had went over there. Some tools or something. We see. I forget what we was doing there. And then we walked out of the mall, and Daddy said, "Where's the car?" I said, "It's over there." So I said, "Shit." I said, "Where did we go in at?" I was a little tipsy. Daddy was too. So I ran around the mall till I found the car, the truck, and I was clean. We walked out clean on the other side. You know, like say the mall's this big around like this, point A. Say this is the mall. We walked out here. The vehicle was over here on this side. I go all the way around. Man, it took me 5 minutes to get there.
So that mall over there is pretty big. The one that I'm at now, the place, it's the old Sears building. They converted it. Because you watched the video I did today where I was standing in the back of the store. I was pointing I couldn't film the actual door because they got cameras there. They don't like that stuff because they got some kind of rules. You film the building, whatever. Hey, Firebird, what's going on? We're just talking about
is that Spitfire or what? Is that Spitfire?
No.
Okay.
No, that's somebody different. But I went in the back and they built. I was like, "This is the," because I remember I said, "This is the old Sears building." And sure enough, when I walked in the back, I could see where they had the old. They took the. They knocked where they did the garage, where they did the cars, the lubes and stuff. They knocked that down, but they still a shell. They got the abandoned Goodyear building right there. I might film it. It's a little small Goodyear. It was up until about 10 years ago, and then they locked it up and stuff. They got boards on it, but somebody broke the window. But it says Goodyear. It's just a little shack. I might film that and say, "Look, Goodyear." But I filmed the highway.
A little outbuilding.
Well, this was outside. This was outside the mall. This was across from the Dillard's, which the Dillard's is still there. It's a clearance. So this mall's only got Dillard's clearance on one side and the other building on the other side.
But the
But
Goodyear building, it was near the road that goes around the mall. It was near that.
yeah, it's right across the right there, right across. It was on the
Kinda
back
like
part.
in the parking lot, but not in the parking lot. It's they
Yeah.
had those at the mall, Acadiana Mall. They got those over there, little stores. They own the property, but they're not quite in the parking lot, but they close to the roundabout circle that goes around the
Man.
whole damn mall.
Well,
And you go
they
in the entrance.
moved.
They had a good
Man.
year there for tires and stuff because they had
Yeah, they had a good year.
Firestone. They had Firestone in the
They wore
mall.
those too.
You know, in
Man.
the mall they had,
Basically,
the shop where you drive in
Yeah.
and all that.
the
And
mall
Chuck
that was here,
all that shit.
yeah. The mall that was here, they all left. I mean, a lot of the small business, from what I heard, the people that own this mall,
took that away.
well, not only that, the people that own this mall, it's a Canadian firm. They own a lot of malls in the U.S. And what they did was they raised the rent. From what I heard, they raised the rent so high. First, it was a lot of these small businesses. They had Foot Locker and a lot of these, what a mall would have, like the food courts and the eye centers and the small places. They started to go.
They priced themselves out of the rent because of the fact that Canada, man, that stuff's pricey up there. Rent, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So they were going by Canadian standards instead of American standards, and they found out later that don't work.
Well, I heard they were charging them $13,000 a month for rent each place. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's way too much.
But well, the city out here wanted to buy it. We had an interim mayor, and he wanted to buy it. And the company that owns it, I think it's called Vanguard or something. I forget, something with a V. But I know it was the big topic with the mayor out here because the first mayor, the one that won it, he didn't want to do it, and the other one wanted to. So he tried to buy the property because he wanted to tear it down, either make apartments or put a stadium arena right there. And yeah, we ain't gonna put a racetrack on one of the busiest streets in the city. I don't think they're gonna do that shit. But well, the police chief actually won the mayor, and he was against all that stuff. But the interim guy who was on the city council out here, he wanted to buy it, and the company that owns it in Canada they wanted $75 million to buy the whole land, but they don't own the whole land. See, there's also what they didn't tell them is they have a storage company bought the back side of the mall, and it's a storage. Like when I walk outside my house and see the storage sign on the other side, they bought that. What they did was they leased the Canadian company, sold it or leased it to a third party. So they don't even own that. And Dillard said, we're not selling. They said, we're not selling. We're staying here. We're not going to sell because they only open 3 days a week because it's a clearance, but they get jam-packed. The stuff that they don't sell in their stores, they send it to the Dillard's clearance. You buy stuff for like $5 there. They don't care.
Yeah, something like Dirt Cheap and Hudson's Treasure Hunt.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hand-me-downs.
But, yeah, pretty much. So they found out that they couldn't buy the whole mall because that storage place has a lease through a third party from they made a deal. It was in the paper. They made a deal. A Canadian company made a deal with another company in the U.S., this Boston company, to lease that through them. So they don't even have the lease rights to that storage place, and that's the backside of the mall. That was where all the trucks came for every little, because each store had their own little back area. Well, when all of that closed, they took all that over and they made it a storage unit, like storage units, basically. So they owned the entire backside of the mall. So they can't sell it. So now, and then they found out they sold 2 of the units to Acquista Paces, which is wine and cheese. They bought 2 of the biggest lots, rumored at like $20 million, because they have 3 stores out here already, and they have stores in various places. But the interim mayor wanted to buy.
Wandering soul, how you doing, Miss Annie?
Hey, Justin. Who's Justin?
She knows somebody in here.
Oh.
Calling me Justin for like Justin Wilson.
Oh, must be you. Oh, okay. Must be you.
Or Firebird, or you know, I don't know Firebird's real name.
Maybe. I got no idea. I'm seeing people tonight. It's kind of weird. I'll do a stream and I'll see people I haven't seen in 2 years, and then I'll do another stream with 2 or 3 other years. But yeah, the city wanted to buy the mall, and the company wanted $75 million. Well, the mayor came back and said, "We'll give you $18 million, but we want the whole mall." And they said, "Well, we don't own the whole mall. We sold some of it." But apparently this wine place bought 2 of the biggest lots in the mall. They bought the Conn's building. The Conn's just went out of business like 6 months ago. They were in that building too, in the mall. And their practice was stupid because I tried to get a job there. The manager told me, "We don't want people in our parking lot. We want our parking lot empty. That means we're doing our job." And I went, "What?" He goes, "We have a call list. We call people and we tell them to come here." I said, "That's not as a sound business practice at all." And this was about a year and a half ago. I said, and the guy wanted to hire me, and I was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do that because y'all be closed in 2 years." And sure enough, they folded bankruptcy. But here's the beauty part. I walked by it this morning. They left all their appliances in the building. All the furniture that they couldn't sell, they left it in the building. Because I see microwaves in there. I see microwaves, big screen TVs. So whoever buys that, of course, the Payciacs, that wine place, they're going to get all that shit for free.
Somebody going to break a window and go in there and steal all that.
Well, somebody broke in there already because the alarm goes off. When I walked past this morning, alarm going off.
Oh,
but they have mall security. The police are always around there. There's like 5 or 6. They're always circling. I was talking to one this morning, and I asked him. I said, "Hey,
okay. Right."
Oh, the name's familiar.
Annie talking to us. She's in Canada, and she came in a while back.
Yeah, the name's familiar, but
one of our live streams, and she was saying that she had a friend that lives in Shreveport, which is up there where your cousin, up there by your cousin.
I was just talking about Canada. It's weird how I'm talking about Canada.
And I was talking about how high priced they are up there, and they can't put the rent prices down here in South Louisiana where the economy is. I mean, dude, my damn natural gas bill was $11. Okay, that's during the summer and the fall. Now, it went up to $50-$60, but man, we had a cold ass month, and I mean, so from $10 to $50, that ain't bad. That's better than an electricity heating bill. Because if I'd have had that red heater I got, that 220, my light bill instead of $70 would have been $500. Yeah, no, nobody can afford that. But anyway, everything's so cheap down here. And if like rent, okay, on a mechanic shop, say it's $500 a month, okay. Well, in Canada, that's going to be about $1,000 a month. So if somebody comes down here, buys a mechanic shop and charges $1,000, they're not going to rent it out. They're going to lose money. That's what they do.
We should get Skipper.
That's what happened with the mall.
Man. We start talking Canada. Let's get Skipper in here.
Speaking of food, we got the sale paper in yesterday.
I'm eating my TV dinner, my barbecue beef, whatever dinner.
Okay, $1.77 for locally made sausage. Okay, for a pack. That's not a pound. That's for a pack of sausage. They probably got a pound in it, But still, in all, that's cheap. Okay, this is bone top sirloin, $6 a pound.
Top
sirloin, $6 a pound. $3.47 a pound for ground meat. We don't buy ground meat over there. We buy it from the local slaughterhouse here. It was mooing yesterday. Okay, it was mooing yesterday. You can still hear the ground meat mooing when they put it in the bag.
They mooing yesterday, and today it's in your stomach.
Yep.
Salute, Sarge. How you doing, Robert? Appreciate you popping in, Sarge. That's right.
Let's see, shrimp. Oh yeah, like, okay. Look, here's some Louisiana Select crawfish tail meat. Crawfish tail. $12 a pound.
You're doing excellent. Damn.
No, it's $12. That's not a pound. It's 12 ounces. That's for crawfish tail meat.
Just right in there with a pen, 1 pound. Tell them that was the ad.
I'd rather buy you see the shrimp? Tony Satchery's Gulf shrimp. Gulf of America, baby, not Mexico.
There you go.
Louisiana.
Wait, Canadian money's worse off than U.S. money? That's unusual. Canadian dollars worth 73 U.S. cents?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. USD. Yeah. United States dollar. American dollar.
American.
You see, that's why, they're whatever's more higher than ours. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Everything's more expensive up there.
That's why a lot of sports players, that's why the Toronto Blue Jays can't get many free agents, although they almost won the World Series. They should have let Scherzer stay in that game. That Toronto would have won the World Series last year. They pulled him in the fifth inning. In the fifth inning, he had a 4-1 lead. And they pulled him, and the bullpen just blew the lead. And nobody's signed Scherzer yet, which is weird for me. Nobody signed him. And now, granted, he's 41 years old, but somebody should have signed him.
I wish I had my sale paper from 2 weeks ago. I got this is last week. This is Valentine's. T-bones are $7. T-bone steak. Select, USDA Select. Anyway, week before last, we had pork roast, Boston butt roast, 97 cents, and ribs. Not the baby back, not the St. Louis style, the spare ribs, the big one that you make the St. Louis style with, and then you got the extra meat and all that. 97 cents a pound for a rack of ribs. So we paid $3 for a big old rack of ribs like that. There was a limit too, and I told her just get one. I don't know how much it was going to be. I told her, we have to watch our money. I said, just get one. So she did. She got one and a pork roast. So pork roast was like $4, I think. Big old Boston butt. Because that makes some stew meat or some steaks with that, pork steaks.
Put that shit on layaway. Say, look, I got $2 right here. I'll give you the other $2 when I get paid next time, after I eat it.
You're like Wimpy. I'll pay you. Give me a hamburger today. I'll pay you next Tuesday. Robert said,
I tried that when I went Wendy's today. It didn't work.
1 USD equals 155 yen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he's
anyway,
he's in Japan.
Cooking oil, when it comes on sale, it's like $8 a gallon. A gallon of vegetable oil. Yeah, but the Luann plant's right down the road where they make it. Okay?
Yeah, but Canadian land don't want Americans in there. They put the border up. They said, nope, sorry, you not come in.
The beavers done chewed that fence up. Forget about that fence. The beavers done chewed it. The Wolverines been going across that fence for years.
Well, they go in there to get the
little animals, man. And Wolverines, that's some badass little animals. A bear will not mess with a Wolverine. A Wolverine ain't but this big, okay? Big old badger. A bear knows better than to mess with that little sucker. That Wolverine will eat that bear up in no time. A wolverine will claw through a log cabin, the door of a log cabin, because that's the thinnest part of the cabin, and open canned goods like pork and bean, a can of beans or a can of string beans or whatever, or corn. They'll open that with their claws and their teeth. That's some tough little suckers right there, man.
Well, yeah. They gotta, fend for themselves and stuff. So
It's a lot cheaper for Americans to shop in Canada. Huh. Yeah, but we can't bring it back. We got to pay the duty on it, so it doesn't pay unless it's one or two things. Canada wants that tax money. I know we have friends that live up there. I got cousins that live up there in Canada. But Laval, which, Quebec, Laval area,
Canadian land.
and they speak fluent French. They learn to talk French before they talk English, like I did. That's why I talk funny. I learned to talk French first, and then I lost it because we wasn't supposed to speak French in school.
Shit, I can understand you. I had trouble when my uncle was alive. I had trouble understanding him. When he got mad,
if he would have, if I'd have hung around him for a while, I'd have, my thick accent would have came back. Would have been talking French and English together. Oh yeah.
When my uncle got mad, I didn't see him get mad at all. When he got mad, you couldn't understand. Damn, he'd be sitting there watching that TV because he, basically towards the last 5 years, he watched a lot of not CNN, the other one. I think it was Fox, maybe. Oh, he said that's all he watched. He'd be like, these goddamn men. He wouldn't be like Boomhauer, but when he gets mad, he'd be like, let me tell you something. He go, you hear me? You hear me? That's how he would start off something. Let me tell you something. You hear me? And like he would say that a lot, but he'd get animated. He would get animated about something. Like, especially we watching LSU football game. He goes, that goddamn quarterback, he throw the football. He goes, they need to put the other guy in that goddamn some bitch. I can't do it like he did, but that's how he said, goddamn some bitch. Oh, my uncle had LSU season tickets for years. He only went to 2 games. Because one of the clients he was building a house for gave him lifetime tickets in like the 80s. And he would always give them to people. He only went to 2 games. But he had free tickets for like for life because he knew he built the house for one of the people that was an administrator for LSU in the 80s, and he went to Baton Rouge and built the house. And the guy said, "I'm gonna give you tickets." And he's like, "All right, lifetime tickets." Because when my uncle passed away, I found a stack of tickets from past years not used. I said, "Well, shit, I could have went to the games." Shit, yeah. Lifetime, I told my aunt I want all the LSU stuff.
Catch that thing in the basement. Catch that thing in the basement.
Oh, I didn't see you. I didn't know you had anything in the basement. It won't show me when you got something in the basement, like you normally do. It says, "Hurrah!"
Yeah. Meanwhile, work continues on the fence at the Canadian border. Look at all the beavers.
Them damn beavers. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's it. You put up a wooden fence, a tough fence, them beavers will get it down. That's it. And wait, they got another one here.
That was the United States border when Sleepy Joe was in office.
Nah, that's a Canadian border. United States and Canadian border. Pessimist sees a dark tunnel. The optimist sees light at the end of the tunnel. A realist sees a freight train coming. The train driver sees 3 idiots standing on the tracks. That's right.
All right. All right there. Oh. I'm still suffering today. All right.
The bad news is I accidentally took the wrong medication today. The good news is I'm now protected from heartworms and fleas for the next 3 months. That's right. I tell you what, there is pet medicine, horse medicine, dog medicine that you can get at Tractor Supply that works on humans. It's the same exact drug as the human drug. Okay, same thing, but it's half the price. And then some of it that's not for humans will cure you. You know.
Well, it's like that guy. I think his name is Joe.
Water or make another pot. I'm gonna get some water. I ain't gonna make another pot of coffee. I should though. I don't know. I gotta wake up early in the morning to get Johnny to give me some coffee. Almost out of grind.
I wake up at 7 o'clock to go to work. So,
8:30.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna make because you're gonna be going off in 30 minutes anyway. Oh man, I didn't send no links out. Well. But
that's okay. If you send links out and you leave, I'll never be able to. I'll never be able to get off.
Not tonight, because you guys, you're going to meet Scotty, right?
Yeah, 9 o'clock. That's if he streams. He didn't do his.
I should be there too. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta lean off the dock. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Oh, I talked to Doug today on the what you call it. Yeah, 250 days sober. I asked him, where's my ad revenue? He's just messing around. But see, I already got the commercial up. But I messed up the commercial. I said, buy stack, grumpy stack. I didn't go, this lean off the dock moment is brought to you. I should go back and edit it because I posted it on Facebook. But I guess I'm going to do the commercial considering it's flashing in the screen right there. And it goes a little something like this. And this lean off the dock moment is brought to you by Grumpy Stack Tires. By Stack. Grumpy Stack, that is. Located in Ville Platte, Louisiana. Home of the Million Mile Tire. He ships it. You handle it. And I'm gonna think of something else, maybe that last part, that's what Cajun put the million mile in the, so we kind of worked on that. So that's kind of my advertise. The thing is, he ain't selling any tires right now. I asked him how the business was going. He goes, slow has beep. So he said if he's got time, he'll come on my stream, but he usually goes to sleep around 7, 8 o'clock. So I don't. But I was talking to him on Facebook and he posted 250 days sober. I said, yeah, I was joking with him. I said, yeah, me and Cajun were joking around. You don't come on my stream anymore because I'm the one that got you sober. He literally stopped drinking because of what happened on my stream, basically. I'm not going to claim that.
When he got all screwed, messed up that night, man, he was
It wasn't just one night. It was like 3 or 4 nights in a row. What happened was
spilled all over
his I think his he can't. You might have been on. Yeah, I think you were on a stream when his wife pulled up, and his wife's like, "What you doing?" Oh shit, I gotta go. The wife's yelling at me. I'm like, just blame it on me. That's all. Hey, you were drinking for charity. So,
we didn't. Yeah, he came in there screwed up that one night, man.
Oh yeah, he's drinking like crazy. But I told him that today. I said, I feel like I contributed to you being sober. And he's like, no, it wasn't you. Because I was like, yeah. Because I was like, that's why you're not. Because he hadn't come on one of my streams since, but he's just been, I don't know. The tire place ain't selling many tires lately. He said he's slow as hell over there. But
I was thinking about the mall and what you was talking about, that the rent, about that 13,000 or whatever it was per month.
That's what I heard. I don't know if
that's okay. Now
that's the
I know a guy. He's a YouTube friend. His name's Louis Rossman. He's got something like 3 million, 4 million subs. He had about 20, 30,000 subs. All of a sudden, CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Corporation, not CBS, but CBC, they went over to New York. He was in New York. And they was trying to pull, show the people about Apple and how crooked they are. iPhones and stuff, and
I've been doing that for years.
computers and all that. Well,
Yeah.
they were trying to show how they ripping people off for repair and all that. And what's up, Colt? Colt 49.
49. Works every time.
Come on, Sal. Come on,
Hallelujah.
So anyway, they brought all over, that part of Canada from Ottawa on east, and then they went down to New York and talked to this guy because he was a big YouTuber, 20, 30,000 subs, and then he was gaining. Well, when they went and all it was, and they rigged it. It was rigged. They didn't tell him that, but it was rigged. And then all of a sudden, he finds a little wire that was out of place in a socket. So he was like, well, put it back in. Got the signal on it, the symbol on it, the logo and all that. And he was like, here you go. He says, how much will? He said, nothing. He said, I didn't do nothing. So they was like, well, we brought this to every Apple place. And they said something, the motherboard got wet, this and that, and all that. And they said, I need a new computer. And they didn't know we were the CBC. And so they told him that later, because I don't think he knew he was being recorded. It was kind of like a hidden camera type deal. Man, he jumped up to 1 million subs and almost in no time. I knew him right before 1 million, and I knew him, before 2 million. But he's got a good channel. Hey, plug in your earphones and unplug it real quick.
Oh, is it going off?
Yeah, yeah.
I apologize. I don't hear it.
Right. So anyway, Louis Rothman, he was in New York. He's in Texas now, Austin. He brought his business and his corporation down to Texas. Everything he had in New York, he brought down here. He was looking for some a new building to lease because the landlord didn't want to pay. Pay to put out money to do repairs where he was at. And he was getting water leaks and stuff like that. And they had stuff on top, and he was getting like drainage, from drains leaking in his building. And he was like, man, y'all need to fix that. We can't have that over here. That's septic, that's black mold and all that. Oh, well, they hemming hard around. Yeah, it did sound like he was underwater. They hemming hard around, so they didn't do anything about it. So he was looking around, and he found one for $24,000. And that was a deal. $24,000. This for a hole in the wall, like 20 feet wide. Not even that. Not even 20 feet wide, or about 20 wide, and about 40 deep. I don't know if it was 20 wide. I think it might have been 16 or something. Let me see. It could have been 20 wide and then deep. $24,000 a month. Yeah, in New York, in Brooklyn, Manhattan. Man, that's like, so anyway, he kept getting from the city of New York. They were sending bills to somebody in Maine, his tax or whatever. Well, he had done paid his tax. He didn't owe them nothing. So they served him, with some papers and like, hey, man, you got this and that. And he says, no, I done paid this. So they gave him some old bills. And he was like, why this is going to Maine? I don't live in Maine. Who told y'all I lived in Maine? So they were like, oh, well, but you owe this money. No, I don't. I paid that. I got receipts. Here you go. Here's the receipts. No. That's not showing up. Hey, what is this? City of New York, tax department, clerk of court, whatever and all. And it's sealed, got a stamp on it. Feel it. And it's like, he couldn't do nothing. Hey, kitty cat, meow, Southern Coin Hunter. What's up, man? So anyway, he got out of that $25,000 a month rent. Moved to Austin, moved all the stuff. And after he moved there, he got some papers saying that he needs to pay an exit fee out of New York. He needs to pay taxes on leaving New York. He said, good luck with that. Now, he was showing that. That's all on his channel, showing proof of all this crap. Yeah, man, look, New York's greedy. New
Well,
York,
the
New
mayor of
York,
New York.
greedier than anybody. Greedier than
I was
Canada.
actually watching earlier. The mayor of New York, the new mayor. I forget that guy. He's like a communist, pretty much. He said, "I'm
Ma'am,
not going
damn
to
it.
raise this. Yeah, I'm
Ma'am,
not
damn
going to do this. I'm not going to do this." You know what he said he's going to do? He said he's going to propose a tax, a 200% tax on property tax that's supposed to lower the rent in New York City, which is going to affect the poor and the middle class, which is going to make their everything go up.
If he
But he's
goes
like,
up
"Oh,
on taxes, the landlord's got to go up on the rent.
Yep,
You know what I mean?
that's what happened down here after Ida. Everybody started going ape shit. That's why I had to move, because the insurance, and my landlord was paying like $600 a month. The insurance went from like $600 to $2,000 a month.
Yeah.
Just because we were in the flood zone. That house never flooded. The one I'm in now, the landlord advertised no flood zone. Well, my neighbor, it's on a little slant. So anytime it rains, the water goes through this way. It fills up in the yard like a bowl. It doesn't come to my door. It comes close, but there's drains around it. But I told him, I said, I pulled out the lease and I said, "You advertise this as a no flood zone." I sent them pictures. I said, "What is this?" "Oh, well, that's a freak accident." I said, "Freak accident, nut. When it rains, it feels like a bowl. Every time. Only the backyard. The front yard, fine. It's just the backyard. Because of how my neighbors, how the driveway is, how he's got two fences, it slopes. And when it slopes, all the water from his yard stays in mine. So.
Van, I forgot to send you a link. I'm sorry. But we ain't going to be on but another 20 minutes, 19 minutes. That's it. We're going to cut this off at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Or right before
a minute or two. Yeah.
I was going to make a video earlier, and then I heard doing, my banjo twang. And I said, "Oh, that's Field Guy." Because I got different sounds for different people when they text.
Oh, yeah.
And it does doing. So anyway, and then look, I got my phone.
Yeah.
On the tripod. I was fixing to start a video. And
live stream or just a video?
No, I was going to do a video on like, you see this? See right here? See the mic boom I got? All right, there's my microscope, but that's a heavy duty boom. This right here weighs like 14 pounds or something. Okay. 9 to 14, something like that. Then I got a magnet here holding some of my stuff: flashlight, razor blade, hemostats, for working with small parts and stuff. Then I got all my tweezers and stuff down here. Other stuff, spudger, the small spudger right there. Metal. I got some plastic ones. I got everything to do for SMD soldering work. Okay.
Yeah,
so
no worries, Cat. I know it's crazy like that, but
you see this, that holder there? All right. That I'm doing a video on how to use your phone to make videos without holding your hand and all that, with holding your hand. Anyway, see, here's another one.
Your own selfie stick.
There's your, but I was going to do this one kind of over the other one at part 2, version 2. Okay. And then I got another one right here. Another one. Ain't but a couple dollars, $3. This one cost me $2. This one cost me $3. But anyway, in fact, is this my old one? Trying to see which one's my old one. I don't know. That might be my old one. Anyway, because I left out a couple of parts on that. See, I use this.
Well, I always text you, because if you're not on a panel, I usually don't go live. So
I used this for my this is my old one, I think, because this is in there. Okay. Anyhow, I use this, and now if I would take this apart right here, this would come out and it would have this sticking out, that cap screw. But anyhow, it's a 1/4 inch, and I don't have 1/4 inch backer for that. But I did get in this. I ordered this a while back. Well, where's it at? Right here. Here's an adapter right here for, let me do this. I could make videos with this camera on. I do it on StreamYard, but damn, it knocks out like a minute of my videos. I mean, it did before. Okay. That's an insert. Here's a barrel, and here's a adapter. 3/4 to 1/4. I mean 3/8 to 1/4 right here. Now this has to do with mic stands and stuff like that. Okay. Now here's what sticks out of a mic boom when you order a mic boom, like I just showed y'all. Those two. This is what comes with it. This is what's still in this one up here. So what you do, this is an adapter. You put this on there. Then you got a no, you don't. No, you don't. Let me see right here.
You put that into this.
You put this right here. No, you don't neither.
You put the screw into the bolt, and that's what she said.
I thought this had this sticking out. Nope. No, it have to be a double 3/8. See, I ordered the wrong thing. You could put a 1/4 inch. It's a 1/4 inch 24, 1/4 20. Bless you. Bless you.
All right. Hey.
Bless you again.
Thank you. I don't got my cover on. It's like 82 degrees today. It's getting hot
here
again.
We go. Yeah, you put this on there. That. Okay, this goes on here. Nope. 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 This goes. No, it don't neither. Yeah, I'm going to have to order another little piece. Or you can use this. See, this is the same thing. Right here. You could put this. I put it up, huh? Yeah.
3 times is a charm. Well, apparently, from what I watched this morning, 33 is a magic number for NASA. It's a conspiracy theory. Yeah. So.
Really? 3 and 8 are lucky numbers for the Asians. Chinese, 3s and 8s. That's why if you got a coin 1933 or 1988 or 1888, Asian will buy that in a heartbeat. I had this all laid out because I had it together at one time. I had it together. Now I don't know what I did with the other part. I'm gonna have to order anyway.
No doubt.
Damn it. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the back of all of this. See, I found out. No.
I found out how to raid people on YouTube, but I can't do it. It takes 8 different steps. And you have to go in your YouTube studio. And I'm like, I was watching a YouTube video, and I said, hell, by the time I do that, I ain't gonna have nobody in the chat. I said, hell, I'll just drop the link and put the the name in there. They could find the channel themselves, But hell,
I need a male. I need a 1/4 inch by 20.
need a male? No, you don't need a male.
No, a male. See, wait. What is this?
A nail.
Oh, this is number 10. This won't work. This is stainless
steel.
steel.
I don't breathe good. I've had allergies for years. I don't know what I'm allergic to other than pine needles. I need to get that balloon plastic. My sinuses are like, so I probably think I have sleep apnea or something because everybody knows I snore. I used to fall asleep and snore on people's panels all the time. They just let me go. But now I'm right under my fan because it's like 70-something degrees outside. But I don't know, 60, 70 degrees. It was like 82 degrees today. I said, what the hell? I walk into work and I'm sweating bullets. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to jump the fence. There's a fence right there. I'm going to jump the fence. I'll be there in 2 minutes. I'm not going to walk around. Walking around takes 25 minutes, but I get exercise. Rule the people.
This is a good way to do it. You see this screw? That's the one I had out earlier. That cat screw, that black one. Here's the 1/4 inch.
She definitely said that.
1/4 inch lock nut there. And this, you take this right here for the head part. Right there. This here comes out of here. You unscrew this. That's to loosen it, to move it like this. You undo this, and that you take this, that, God dog it. Now I got to find it. Here it is. This. That's what's in this one.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Right there. That's this. But they got a 1/4 by 20 nut on there, lock nut. I mean, it's probably easier just to put this inside of here, and get a lock nut. Because that other piece but this piece, it goes here. And then the lock nut grabs it and goes any way you want it. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it.
She definitely said that.
I'm gonna have to regroup. I gotta regroup and get some more bolts, nuts, another adapter. Not a problem.
Bolts and nuts.
Do a video. I wasted it on your channel.
Well, you can still do a video.
Yeah, but I don't have the right part to hook up to that end.
Shit, you might get 100,000 views and be like, hey, all right. Not that it matters for me.
I wish.
I throw anything. Look, today I was filming the highway. Actually, you could probably see the Bluebell factory on the side of the highway. It was behind the trees. And then I just said, hell, I'm sitting there working. Hell, the old mall's right there. I said, hell, I'll just take out the camera for 7 seconds. Now, they had music playing in the background, but I downloaded on Facebook as a reel, and Facebook told me there's no no language and no copyright issues with the song that was playing because I have no idea what that song was. So hopefully YouTube doesn't hit it. So YouTube should actually push that video out. It's only 7 seconds, but I need the views, need the watch time. So, you can help me out, YouTube. I mean, why not? No YouTube sabotage you today. I tried to put a video up. I tried to film the turtles. Like when I'm walking, they had because some of the ditches are full of water. And they had about 10 or 12 turtles just sitting there. When they heard me walking, they all splash, 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 splash. By the time I got my phone out and hit record, them bastards were already in there the other day, so I didn't get anything. This morning, I tried to film them swimming, and they went in the mud. So, like a whole lot of them, they swim in the ditches and in the canal. Well, mainly the ditch. My ditch is empty, but there's some ditches on this street. There's no sidewalks on this street. This whole neighborhood doesn't have sidewalks. So you got to walk in the middle of the street or side of the street and pray you don't get hit. So I was walking and I went to pull out my camera. I said, I can't catch these damn turtles. I caught them one time by accident. But I filmed a turtle at my old job and put it on YouTube. I've done cat videos. My highest rated video is me holding up a Mario game. That gets about 20 views a day. So and I've done that 4 or 5 years ago. That just hit over 6,000. So most of my videos get like a 250 views and YouTube stops them. Or, some of that stuff.
You actually think it's YouTube sabotaging you?
Probably. No, I did a video and it got like 117 views. A big YouTuber did it and got 14 million views. The same goddamn video. Basically word for word almost what I said. And this was a month after I did the video. And I went on that channel and I said, I did that exact video basically word for word. Now, granted, that's a big that YouTuber's got, 4 million subscribers. I got like 1,800. Big difference. But YouTube doesn't really push my the algorithm's broken because once you decide to not do something, YouTube doesn't know where to put your videos at, and they're not going to push it because I do several things. I just don't do one thing or the other. Like if I was doing coins nonstop, maybe. But when you do different things, the algorithm gets confused. So it's crazy. So.
Okay.
We almost at an hour. I got about 2 minutes left. Yeah. Actually, it's past 9 o'clock.
I say you yeah, let's so
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna go to Scotty's stream and I'm gonna put if the thing lets me, I'm gonna put Scotty's name in there if it lets me, but I can't drop any links, but you'll find them because it says Captain's Log. That's if it. Hopefully it will. I don't know. My phone's kind of wonky.
I'll drop the link. That way somebody else can. One of your viewers can go over there. How's that sound?
Yeah, that's good. Well, I hope they do. He does. Well, he does 15 minutes. The first kind of serious, but you know why I want you to go. Well, you know why I want you to go over there, Kate. But you do anyway. But yeah, if you want to drop the link, like Scotty's a good guy. I go on his panel sometimes. I'm probably not tonight. I did the other night. But every so often I will. But first 15 minutes, he gives a sermon, sort of a sermon. Like I call it a sermon because he used to be a preacher. He used to be real religious, but he'll do the Captain's Log. And then after 15 minutes, he'll do Captain's Cabin. That may go on for about an hour or 30 minutes. Just depends on who calls in. But, I figure why not, right?
Captain's Log.
He's probably on. I don't know if he's streaming. Is he on right now?
I don't know.
Check to see if he's on, because they didn't do a Robertson. They didn't do a Robertson Robinson show today, which he does with his co-host on Thursdays. He didn't do that show today. Of course, last night he didn't want to do the show, but he did. Sometimes he doesn't. So he may. I don't even know if he's live right now. He usually does go live on a Thursday, but see if he's actually live.
He did a video 13 hours ago, and his last live stream, I'm on his live now, was 1 day ago, which was last night. And he's not going live, or he didn't set it up yet.
No, he would have went live already. Go on his Facebook. Go on his Facebook, type Scotty Roberts and see, because he usually posts. He may not be doing a live stream tonight.
Okay.
Because he was kind of so. Well, if you want to drop one of his links from
there's Scotty Roberts' link for the channel. Okay, that's for the channel, not the video. So check him out. And I like the way he does his live show. It's almost like a podcast or whatever. It kind of reminds me of Paul Harvey a little bit. The way his ideology of things and the way he speaks. He's soft spoken. He pronounces words right. Then do like me, you know. So anyway,
he may not be going live tonight.
Probably not. And man, I'd have to sign in Facebook and all that. I'm not friends with him. I don't even know how to look him up on Facebook.
Scotty Roberts.
Okay.
He goes by his name. But he usually posts on Facebook. He does Instagram too. He connects Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. If he's not live, there's a possibility. There's a possibility. I appreciate you, Kat.
I rarely get on Facebook.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. I don't even know why.
Misty asked me today. She said, "Who's this guy right here?" I said, "That's Phil guy." She says, "Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay." And
yeah, because I use my real name on there.
Guy. She said, I didn't even know we were friends. I'm like, yeah, y'all been friends. So anyway, Missy's the Facebook freak. I'm not. I used to be a Facebook junkie years ago. MySpace. Man, I was there when Facebook started.
I love MySpace. I love my MySpace. I had my songs on there. I had the cloud, the blue cloud with the white with the blue cloud background. That was my MySpace. I had I don't know how many friends. Of course, you had
I had the Western theme, with the cactuses and the stucco like on my walls and all. Because I did my walls here.
I was one of the few people. I was one of the few people to tell Tom to go F himself. I said, "Get off my channel. I don't need you as a friend, buddy." Because when you signed up for MySpace.
Because a lot of my friends, they weren't on Facebook, and then they started going on MySpace. They started going to Facebook, and they were like, "Man, this new thing going on." I don't know how Facebook blew up so damn big. It's like people were getting $20 just to go there, a week or something.
I wish I would have.
I'm like, man, what? So, hey, MySpace got deserted, like a mall, like a damn mall now, Got deserted. There's only a few people hanging around. I was friends with Martina McBride, George Strait. Then she started going to Facebook. Martina McBride, she said, "Hey, y'all, I got a new page on Facebook. If y'all don't mind, follow me there." So she was doing from Facebook to MySpace. And then from, what's that other one? Twitter, when that came around. Yeah, Twitter. I had asked a friend, and she was a pathologist in Phoenix on MySpace. I said, "What's Twitter?" She said, "It's a new way to communicate, like here on MySpace, but it's a little different." I'm like, okay.
The Tweety Bird.
So I went and looked at it, and I wasn't interested.
I made one. I made MySpace first, then I made a Facebook.
I made one later, way later. But I was there when Twitter, and Facebook took off. You know?
Twitter. I
was
made
there right
Twitter. I
after
think
YouTube. I was there right after YouTube was invented.
I started
But
my
it was
Twitter.
used to be
Trying to remember when. I think it says July 2009. I started my Twitter. I started YouTube.
about when
I think YouTube is November. I think I started YouTube account. I think it was November 2007. But I didn't start doing videos or anything until like 7-8 years ago. So that's lost time. So I did MySpace first, then YouTube. No, MySpace. Probably, I don't know when I did my Facebook. Probably before I did Twitter, because Twitter was in 2009. YouTube was 2007, so YouTube was before that. Instagram, Facebook made me an Instagram after they bought out Meta. Bought out Instagram, changed to Meta. They automatically made me an Instagram. I still don't know how to fool with that. I put a picture up, 2 or 3 pictures by pure accident. I don't fool with Instagram, honestly.
Yeah, Instagram.
I don't know how to do Instagram. I took a picture by pure accident.
I got on there and I couldn't hardly navigate it. The only reason I went there, a friend of mine, a coin collector, went on there and he was going to start doing some auctions. So he said, follow me over there. So he had made an account. I made an account. And he said, I DM'd you. I'm like, okay. I says, I don't see it. And blah, blah. And I couldn't navigate it. So I gave it up like from the first week I had it, you know, and I don't have it no more.
I still have it, but I didn't go on Instagram. Facebook made me an Instagram page. I said, you have Instagram? I go, what's that? I had no idea what it was. So I said, all right, fine, whatever.
Meta owns both. More Facebook owns that. So
Meta's
anyway,
the parent company.
Zuckerberg, you know,
Hey,
my wife said, why are you talking low? I says, I don't want Siri to hear me. You know, this is a private conversation. I don't want Siri to hear me. Then all of a sudden, Siri laughed. Facebook laughed. Google laughed. All them people that listen, yeah, you know, like Siri.
They were like, they listen and they say,
do this. I don't want them to hear me. Well, and man,
look,
Siri
my cousin's
laughed,
house.
Facebook laughed. Google laughed. Yeah, they got a kick out.
My
of that.
cousin's house is controlled by that Google. What's that thing with the lights? Like she'll walk in, she'll go, Google, turn on the lights at Google House.
I got one of them smart lights up here. I won from Marlboro or Cheyenne. Anyway, it's a kit. You got the light bulb and the kit and all that stuff.
No, I'm talking about
like
her house. Her house.
20.
She's got the Google House thing. Her house. You walk in, it says,
oh yeah,
because her name's Karen. It goes, hi Karen, how are you? Would you like the TV on? Would you like the AC on? Blah blah blah. And she goes, Siri, or she goes Google. Turn on the TV, and TV comes on. Google, turn on the AC, and I go, the hell? I said, that you are living. I said, I keep telling her with this AI crap, the Skynet is self-aware. I said, you are going to be doomed. I said, you need to get rid of that shit. Throw it in the garbage. I said, they're gonna know what you buy. They're gonna know. I mean, shit. They're gonna know everything about you to the point where it's like they're gonna start ordering shit for you before you order it.
Okay, let's go ahead and pick up on this next live stream and yours. You know, next week or whenever.
I don't. Yeah, I might not.
Yeah,
I don't know when I'm gonna go live.
You are going overtime right now. We need that time for your next video and then a few minutes for the next one. So. All right, everybody. Phil guy, appreciate the link. Appreciate you. No problem. Good seeing everybody. We hate to haul ass early, but we got to get out of here so he can say.
Yeah, I run out of hours.
Yeah, out of hours. Yeah, you got an hour and 15 left, I think, and that's it. Or
somewhere
10.
around there, yeah.
So
somewhere around
next week's going to be 15 minutes. Yeah, he's going to check his logbook. All right, everybody, as always, good being north to the grass. Y'all stay safe. Be that way, stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. I Pluto.
See you, Cage. All right, folks, like Cage just said, I hate to run, but I only got like 2 hours, an hour left on my thing. I got to look into Prism again because Wayne told me last night something about Prism, so I might look into that. So anyway, let me run off, and then I don't know when I'm gonna go live again. I might go live for my birthday Sunday. I haven't figured that out yet. I want to, but I don't know if I'm working. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream. So y'all have a good night, and I'll see you on the next one.